Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Jennifer Scrapping Cane. Today I'm playing along with Scrap Timber. Today's prompt is diagonal. So I got brought in a sketch from Paper Issues and it has a diagonal design, so I'm going with it. I'm using up this old collection that I have from Bo Bunny. It's been in my stash for a while now. I created a layout a while back with photos of my great niece Aubrey, who's in the photo, as a baby, and I had taken photos of her for 3 months, and I created that layout using this collection, and then I put it back away because I was kind of frustrated and done with it. So I hadn't pulled it back out until now, and I want to create another layout using the same collection, but this layout is going to go in my son's album. Since he was there with me and I took a picture of him with her, I decided I would create a layout for his album. So I have lots of scraps and a few full size papers left. When I say full size, I mean 8.5 by 11, which is this one here. I still have that one at the end, and I probably will create one more layout before I totally get rid of the rest of the scraps. This one here is a Bo Bunny. I don't know. I guess they had like a ledger set that was like cardstock papers. That's what that one is. This one here is the only full 12 by 12 I have left of this particular collection. And it was like a baby collection for boys or girls, so it had pink and blue together. And I think that's perfect for the photo, even though she's wearing a blue little dress. But I'm going to add pink in to tie in the pink and the fact that it is a little girl in the photo. So first I'm going to do some white paint splatters with acrylic paint. I'm going to water it down and I'm going to splatter at a diagonal because again, that's part of the prompt for Scrap Timber, and I think that's going to work perfectly. And then I'm going to add my embellishments on top of it. You've all seen me do this lots of times, so I'm going to go ahead and sped it up unless you're new here. If you're new, please like and subscribe. Let me know who you are, and I'm glad to have you. I have lots of videos up and ready to be watched. So here it's all dry, ready to go. I'm going to start gluing down all the pieces. I did a little bit of basically paper piecing together and figuring out how it was going to go together off screen, and then I come back and I put it together. So I inked up all of the edges of the papers, and that's something that I do all the time. So I don't usually leave that in just because it's very boring to watch. So I'm going to layer up the papers exactly how the sketch shows. I'll pop the sketch up here in the corner so you can see again what I'm going off of. And I added more strips than what the sketch shows originally, but pretty much it stays pretty close to the same. I did tear the one at the bottom and it's a little bit bigger. That's where I'm going to place my title at. And then I want the photo to cover up the two. They look white, but they're like a gray with a little triangle design on them, tone on tone, basically. And then I used the blue arrows and the pink arrows, and I think it looks really cute. So here's the photo. I'm going to pop it right on top. I did not use play foam or anything like that because I have a lot of layouts in his albums for this particular age. He's 4 here. So yeah, I definitely wasn't adding dimension to this one. And it does get a little bit of dimension because I am going to add flat back pearls here in a minute. But first, I'm going to start adding the circles, which are on the sketch. And again, I went with the pink, like little trees and leaves, and then the blue little pink and blue, or blue and teal. Sorry, mixed up my words there. And then I'm adding a little fox and a little bear just because I think they look cute. I did go with a pink circle at the top and the bottom, just because I already have a lot of blue on the layout, so I thought that was okay to go ahead and just repeat the pink at the top and the bottom. And then these stickers are from my stash, and these are really old. I think these were from a Maggie Holmes collection, but I cut them apart. This one was like a half circle. I cut it apart, and I'm going to use it like a little tree branch over here and put it on the side of the photo. And she's looking off to the side because she's looking at her mom and sticking out her tongue. That was something her dad taught her how to do. And like I said, she is only 3 months old, but she was definitely in the little copy phase where they'll copy anything if you show it to them over and over. And she learned how to stick out her little tongue. So I had those little leaves I backed with the pink paper, and then these stickers are also from my stash. They look like a wood grain, and then they have a gold glitter like around the edge of them. And I think they're so cute. I think these are probably one of my favorites. And I'm going to spell out cousins. And then I have a J and an A, and I'm going to put that up at the top in that pink circle. Down here at the bottom, I'm going to put 16, which is the year that we took the photos. And like I said, she's 3 months old. So this was in June, I believe. May. Yeah, she was born in February. And like I said, just put the J and the A up at the top. I put the and symbol with a doodlebug puffy alpha that I have. So I just pulled the ampersand and put it right in the middle. It fit perfectly. And then here's the flat back pearls. These came from Shandy's Etsy shop. And there's a teal, a blue, and then or a teal and a pink. And then the navy is a different one, but it works perfectly because it matches. And then these little tiny ones, I'm just adding like 3 at the top and 3 at the bottom. They were really tiny. You really can't even tell the difference between them and the paint splatters. But I think it does add just a tiny little bit of sparkle, so I went ahead and added them. There's a little quick close-up. I do have some close-up photos, so you can see those little tiny gems, but I just think they're cute, and it was perfect for the layout. So I will see you in the next video tomorrow, and thanks for coming by. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye.